Greetings and blessed be, and welcome to Gay Pagan Haven. My name is Cory. Brightwolf and Connor are on some grand adventure, so Brightwolf asked me to step in. So, today I will be your resident gay witch, ready to help you on becoming a male witch in today's FAQ guide. I hope you will excuse my appearance. I just got home from work. Give me a couple of seconds to get comfortable, okay? Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm almost ready. I got to be honest, Brightwolf wrote most of what I am about to cover, so you will have to bear with me. Okay, why don't you come in here? That is so much better. We know many of you have a ton of questions when it comes to entering the mystical world of witchcraft, especially my fellow gay male mystics. Questions like, do I need to be born a witch or have a family lineage to become one? How do I find a coven or create my own as a solitary gay witch? What kinds of spells and rituals should I try as a beginner male witch? Let me tell you, when I first started asking the same questions, I had no mentors and barely any representation for gay witches like myself. Well, then I met Brightwolf, and I'm glad I did. But now, as a practicing eclectic witch for several years, we want to share everything we've learned to empower other gay men, especially young men, exploring their craft. This path isn't always easy, but with community, knowledge, and self-love, we can thrive as our magical selves. In this video, I'll be answering some of the most frequently asked questions I get about becoming a witch as a gay man. We'll cover topics like, what does it mean to be an eclectic witch? How to know if you're called to become a witch? Tips for broom-closeted witches living with unsupportive families. This will also apply to coming out as a gay man. Deities and symbols that resonate with queer witches. Magical practices to try as a beginner witch. Spells and rituals for self-love, coming out, and embracing your identity. Where to find covens, mentors, and resources for gay male witches. How to create your own solitary practice as an eclectic gay witch. History and cultural significance of queer witchcraft. So get comfy, grab a glass of mead, wine, or, in my case, a cider, light your candles, and let's get witchy. I'm here to answer all your burning questions and share my own magical experiences as a proud gay witch. Don't be afraid to walk your own path, you belong here. Our power comes from within us. The craft is for all. Now, let's dive into this FAQ and explore the mystical world of queer witchcraft together. For our first frequently asked question, we're talking about what it means to be an eclectic witch. As an eclectic gay witch myself, let me share my personal experiences. Being an eclectic witch basically means you pull inspiration and practices from different witchcraft traditions, rather than following just one. You get to customize your craft and choose what resonates with you. For me as a gay witch, eclecticism has been deeply empowering. I can weave together rituals and spells from many diverse sources into a practice that truly reflects all of who I am. When I first started exploring witchcraft as a queer teen, I felt drawn to go beyond the standard Wiccan path and learn from nature-based shamanic traditions, green witchcraft, Middle Eastern and Asian mysticism, Native American shamanism, and more. What I love about being eclectic is getting to follow my curiosity wherever it leads. If something calls to me, I study it, whether it's working with crystals, tarot, astrology, communing with plant and animal spirits. My Book of Shadows contains rituals and spells from cultures worldwide. Being eclectic allows flexibility and growth. I'm not limited to one tradition. I can adapt my craft to my changing needs. For gay witches like me, it's special to intentionally curate a practice that aligns with both my spirituality and sexuality in an empowering way. So what does my eclectic path look like as a gay witch? I work with deities from various pantheons: Greek, Celtic, Middle Eastern, Native American, Druidic, whoever I'm feeling drawn to at the time. Like Brightwolf, my patron deity is Pan and my matron deity is Hecate. My altars contain meaningful symbols from diverse cultures: feathers, crystals, evil eye charms, horns of plenty. My Book of Shadows has rituals of my own creation, Wiccan spells, shamanic chants, green witch herbalism, and more. I honor Sabbats, moon cycles, solstices, as well as holy days from different traditions. I use runes, tarot, meditation, and scrying for self-reflection and divination. I'm inspired by Buddhist mindfulness, Rumi's poetry, and Native American reverence for the earth. Now as a gay man, I strive to learn about and support identities outside the gender binary, like Two-Spirit in some Native cultures. Two-Spirit acknowledges masculine and feminine energies in one person, resonating with LGBTQIA experiences. But it's not my place to claim this term from cultures I don't belong to. As witches, we can respectfully learn how Two-Spirit and similar identities worldwide affirm gender fluidity, and take inspiration from their teachings about harmony between all parts of ourselves. Does this help explain my eclectic path as a gay witch? Let me know if you have any other questions. Our next frequently asked question is, how do you know if you're called to become a witch? Does it have to be hereditary? Do you need to join a coven? Let me tell you, Brightwolf was both traditionally trained and a self-taught eclectic witch, and me? Well, I just knew it was my path. The call can come in many forms. But the best way to know is to look within yourself and tune into your intuition. You absolutely do not need to have a family lineage of magic to become a witch. Witchcraft has been practiced all around the world since ancient times by people from all walks of life. Your ancestry does not determine your path. For me, the signs I was a witch came early, though I didn't have the language for it back then. Early in my life I saw magic in nature. I felt connected to animals and drawn to ancient symbols in mythology. Making potions from flowers and reading fantasy books about magic awoke something inside me. In my teen years after I came out as gay, I longed for spiritual practices that embraced my queerness, and realized how much the mystical and metaphysical called to my soul. I educated myself through books, online communities, nature immersion. Found power in crafting rituals and altars that channeled my intuition. Saw how practicing witchcraft empowered me as a spiritual being. You might feel the call through a sense of wonder about the unseen world, ease with divination tools like tarot, dreams and messages from your subconscious, a green thumb and healing hands, being drawn to crystals, herbs, altar making, resonance with moon cycles and seasons, alignment with witchy aesthetics and vibes, that's me, or a deep yearning for ritual, sacred space. Being solitary, without a coven, is a perfectly valid path too. Forge your own connection with magic. There are so many resources today for self-study and online communities to find your witchy tribe. Trust your intuition. For many aspirational witches, something about this path just feels right, like coming home. Ask yourself, are you ready to walk between worlds? To heal yourself through ritual and commune with nature's spirits? To awaken your inner power? Do you feel the call of the horned god and or goddess? Only you can confirm if witchcraft is meant for you. An open mind and heart are the best guides. Your magical inheritance is not in your blood or lineage, but in following your soul's calling. If you feel that pull, don't doubt it or talk yourself out of it. Answer the call of the craft. You have gifts to share and so much to learn. And I'm honored and happy to help you find your way on this magical journey. Okay, I know this can be a tough one. Let's talk about some compassionate tips for broom-closeted witches living with unsupportive families. Firstly, your safety and well-being comes first. Having to hide or suppress parts of yourself is so painful. Protect your peace. You are not alone in this. See if you can softly test the waters with your family. Maybe ask about their thoughts on magic and spirituality. But don't feel pressured to come out until you feel fully ready. Try subtle witchcraft practices under their radar. Keep a small altar hid away, use headphones for chanting, meditate in nature. Charge crystals and talismans to carry in your pocket for strength. Research protection magic, visualize white light around you, use black tourmaline to absorb negativity. Make stealth witch jars for your space. Express your craft digitally if you can't practice openly at home. Follow witchy blogs, playlists, designers. Join online communities to find support. Look into mystical paths at open-minded colleges. Many even have pagan student groups. Until then, learn all you can online. If you can, connect with other gay witches in safe online spaces like our own Discord server, link in the channel description. You don't have to walk this path alone. When the time feels right, and you will know it, trust me. Set intentions for coming out. Start by opening up to trusted allies and friends first. Build your confidence and care circle. Focus on increasing self-love through this process. You are worthy of living authentically and belonging fully. Don't abandon yourself to please others. Know that found family, communities, and kindred spirits awaits you. The broom closet will not be forever. Stay patient with your loved ones and trust your path will unfold. You always have a place in the wider circle of witches. The Gay Pagan Haven and the Gay Pagan community in general are here for you during the trials and triumphs ahead. So, know that there is support out there, you just have to accept it and become part of the community. This next one is one of my personal favorite topics. Deities and symbols that vibe with us queer witches. As a gay witch myself, I totally connect with certain gods and goddesses who relate to the LGBTQIA experience. First up, my sassy patron god Pan. He's the Greek god of the wild, shepherds, fertility and free self-expression. As a fun-loving forest faun, Pan is all about embracing pleasure and following your desires. He rocks gender-fluid style with his horns and hooves. As a patron for gay men like myself, Pan encourages us to let our freak flags fly. He teaches us to be true to ourselves and live life out loud. When we face judgment, Pan helps us shake it off and stay wild and free. He really jives with queer liberation and divine playfulness. Next, Hecate, the badass Greek goddess of magic, crossroads, and fire. As the queen of the witches, Hecate takes no crap and helps LGBTQIA mystics embrace our power. She's associated with the moon, torches, and black dogs, very witchy vibes. Hecate supports those of us who walk between worlds, outside society's norms. As my matron goddess, she gives me strength and courage to be my unapologetically queer magical self. Hecate cheers on our spells, rituals, and divine purpose. Other queer-aligned deities include shapeshifters like Loki, Coyote, Alegua, and Ocean, showing gender and cultural fluidity. Feminine male gods like Krishna and Adonis. Androgynous deities like Rubbies from alchemy. Even rainbow goddess Iris connects. Beyond gods and goddesses, many symbolic tools of witchcraft align with LGBTQIA experiences, the broom closet and coming out, using owls, ravens and hawks as familiars, color magic with the rainbow flag, elemental tools that are gender-neutral, images of moons and labyrinths showing spiritual paths. You can incorporate deity statues, their symbols, tarot cards, and more on your altar too. Choose images that empower your identity. I suggest meditating to see which god and or goddesses or symbols really call to you. It's so personal. Follow your inner wisdom, and don't be afraid to flirt a little with the divine. If a deity gives you sass or doesn't vibe, just say bye. We have so many options. My best advice is find beings you resonate with and build relationships through offerings, chants, and rituals. Welcome their guidance as you blossom into your most fabulous self on this journey. We got this. Now, my fellow marvelous magical misfits, let's talk about some magical practices to help you start building your craft. As a beginner witch, it can feel so exciting yet overwhelming figuring out where to begin. Well, I'm here to share the witchy basics I wish I knew starting out. First up, meditate and reflect on your intentions before diving in. Why are you drawn to witchcraft? What do you hope to gain or achieve? Write down your goals in your book of shadows. Setting an intention will give focus to your path. Next, learn to ground, center, and shield. These are foundational energy work skills. Grounding connects you to the earth, centering aligns your spirit, shielding protects you. Master these with visualization, crystals like hematite or black tourmaline, calming activities like yoga or walks in nature. Move on to cleansing your space. Burn sage, waft palo santo, place salt lamps around your home. Create sacred space where you can practice undisturbed. Designate an altar or corner with candles, crystals, deity imagery that inspires you. Learn about magical herbs, plants, and crystals. Start your own book of shadows cataloging their properties and uses. Grow an herb garden for tea and spells. Collect crystals that resonate: rose quartz for love, citron for prosperity. Infuse these allies into your rituals. Study divination tools like tarot and runes. Start journaling your dreams. Practice reading omens in nature like bird symbols. Enhance your intuition through meditation. Trust your inner wisdom. Read widely on witchcraft traditions and find what calls to you: green witchcraft, kitchen witchery, cosmic witchcraft, hedgecraft, spirit work, and so much more. Study symbolism, folk tales, mythology that ignites your spirit. Above all, walk your talk. Apply your witchy teachings in daily life. Be compassionate, sensual, connect with nature, sing, dance, create art, use your voice, stand up for justice, build community. Witchcraft isn't just spells, it's a way of being in this world. These are just a few practices to get you started awakening your inner witch. Feel free to go at your own pace. Your path will unfold one step at a time. And most of all, have fun. Magic should feel joyful, empowering, and exploratory. You've so got this. Now let's keep growing together. Let's dive into another topic near and dear to my heart: spells and rituals to nurture self-love, assist in coming out, and fully embracing your identity. This work can be so powerful for gay men awakening to our truth. First, rituals for self-love. We all deal with doubts, fears, and societal pressures that can chip away at our worth. Through intention setting, mirror work, bath rituals, and mantras, we can begin to shift those core beliefs. Start by looking yourself in the eyes each morning and stating affirmations of self-acceptance, cultivating unconditional love for all parts of yourself. Write loving messages on mirrors or crystals. Take healing herbs baths, visualizing negative energies washing away. Empower your heart with rose quartz. See yourself as worthy of belonging. When preparing to come out, seek support through deity work. Call on gods and goddesses of liberation like Dionysus, Hecate, Pan. Ask them for courage and comfort. Make coming out spells using colors of the rainbow flag. Release secrets under the full moon. Know that speaking your truth will set your spirit free. After coming out, use rituals to leave behind fears or doubts and step fully into your power. Visualize yourself living as your authentic self, fulfilled and whole. Burn what no longer serves you. Dance ecstatically with rainbow ribbons. Share your story proudly. Create altars displaying gay affirmations, symbols, and art. Rituals can also give strength when facing backlash after coming out. Practicing energetic shielding, cleansing your environment, and connecting with your ancestors for resilience. Affirm you are not alone and will prevail in living your truth. For embracing identity, honor your unique experiences through rituals of gratitude, mindful embodiment, trance, and divine communion. What are your talents? What are your natural gifts? Dance, sing, write, paint the beauty of your full self. Above all, infuse your craft with joy and play. Bake rainbow cakes for pride. Enchant some rainbow wear to shine extra bright. Sparkle, shimmer, and spellcast yourself to self-love. You are so worthy. These are just ideas to get you started. Feel free to get creative. Witchcraft is for spreading self-knowledge and empowerment. You got this. Now go proudly be your magical gay self. Okay, Cory, I hear you saying, where do I find covens, mentors, and resources for gay male witches? As a niche within a niche, seeking a magical community as a gay witch can seem so daunting at first. But have hope, we're out here, and with some persistence you can totally find the mentorship, covens, and resources to thrive fully in your identity. An amazing place to start is online groups specifically for gay male witches, like our Discord server that we try to cultivate as a super welcoming, supportive space, full of wisdom to help you flourish on this path as a queer witch. We would be honored to have you join our community. You can find the link to the server in the channel description. Look also for broader LGBTQIA witchcraft hashtags and virtual groups on sites like Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Tumblr, and Facebook. While not exclusively gay male spaces, you can make connections in the comments and often find members who know of more niche gatherings or covens for us. I'd also encourage you to search for and follow influential gay witch influencers on social media, see who they recommend for additional mentors, authors, or circles to reach out to. Don't be shy about introducing yourself in their DMs and asking for guidance finding resources. We aim to uplift each other. Attending in-person and virtual pagan pride events, witchy festivals like PantheaCon or Between the Worlds, and LGBTQIA spiritual conferences can also be amazing places to meet fellow gay witches and potential teachers. Strike up conversations with vendors at the metaphysical markets, join workshops on queer witchcraft, and you're likely to make connections who can help point you to more specialized covens and networks. Even broader pride festivals can have pagan groups tabling that unite our identities. Dig around on witchy apps and hub sites for covens and circles in your area that explicitly state they welcome gay male members. You may have to search broadly at first, using terms like LGBTQ-friendly covens and circles. But don't get discouraged if nothing comes up instantly. Persistence and consistent checking over time pays off. Also consider connecting with intergenerational communities. Older generations of gay witches often have a wealth of knowledge preserved from earlier eras of queer magic to share. Seek their mentorship through local queer spiritual organizations, community centers, Unitarian Universalist pagan groups, and more. Learn about the traditions they uphold. If you ultimately can't find an established in-person coven near you, take it into your own hands to create one. Start by connecting with a few fellow gay witch friends online and propose forming a virtual coven. Set up a video chat covenstead for doing rituals, classes, and discussions together. Slowly build up the foundations, member by member. And eventually, you can host outdoor gatherings, Sabbath potlucks, and new moon circles in real life. Other solitary witches will be drawn to what you're cultivating. I know the search for community can really overwhelm the journey sometimes. But while you seek out your tribe, the most critical thing is to stay persistent and keep developing your own solitary practice. Immerse yourself in nature, study the witchy texts that call to you, create a personal altar, experiment with spells, dance with dragonfly wings under the moon. Do what resonates most with your spirit. Build your craft, and soon your coven mates will come. It's not easy, but don't give up hope. We need you. Know that you will find the covens, mentors, and resources you seek in time. And we are always here if you need support along the way. You've so got this. Go proudly be your magical gay self. Now, how do I create my own solitary magical practice as an eclectic gay witch? Excellent question, my friends. As a fellow solo eclectic gay witch, cultivating your own personal craft can be deeply fulfilling. Here are my tips from a queer masculine perspective. First, meditate on your intentions as a gay witch. How does your sexuality inform your spirituality? What do you hope to gain from walking this path? Jot it all down in your book of shadows to guide your practice. Study different witchy traditions through a gay male lens, see how practices can be adapted or expanded to resonate with our experiences. Green witchery with queer herbalism, cosmic witchcraft aligned with astrology's fluid energies. Make it your own. Try witchy skills that vibe with your goals and talents as a gay witch, tarot and divination to understand yourself more deeply, using crystals aligned with queer healing properties, crafting rituals for self-love or coming out. See what clicks. Gradually acquire your witchy supplies with an eye for masculine aesthetics, cauldrons, antler altar tools, dragon incense burners, skulls, goth decor. Display objects holding personal meaning. Build altars honoring each new intention. Design original rituals and spells rooted in your identity and power as a gay man. Call on gods like Pan or Hermes. Use colors of the rainbow flag. Incorporate botanicals that speak to you. Make it as fabulously gay as feels right. Connect with animal familiars, ancestors, and guides who support and empower you as a gay witch. Journey to learn their wisdom, and call on them when facing challenges or seeking growth. Spend time frequently in nature to tap into its restorative and grounding energies. Take moonlit forest walks, tend an herb garden, watch the sunrise. Recognize your integral place in the web of life. While solitary, you can still find community. Follow other gay witch content creators, join inclusive Discord covens. Exchange magical letters and tips with queer pen pals. Find kinship in small ways. Above all, let your intuition guide you. This is your craft to shape. Follow what most aligns with your truth. The path will unfold one step at a time. Trust it. Keep consistent in your practices, whether daily meditation, regular moon rituals, or weekly readings. Repetition builds intimacy with your craft. Walk your solo path with joy and liberation. Witchcraft can help you discover whole new depths within yourself as a gay man. Let it be a channel for your creative, magical expression. You were born for this. Okay, is there any history or cultural significance of queer witchcraft? What an important question. While our stories have been erased and marginalized, LGBTQIA people have long held sacred roles as witches, shamans, healers, mediums, and magicians in cultures across the globe since ancient times. Our contributions are hugely significant. In many indigenous traditions, queer and trans folks were revered as two-spirit people possessing both masculine and feminine spirits. The duality gave them mystical abilities to work between worlds, perform ceremonies, and commune with spirits. Their gifts were celebrated. Throughout pre-Christian Europe, practitioners of magic were common, including women's herbalism, seers, cunning folk, and traveling wise people sharing knowledge. With fluid views of gender, many embraced identities outside societal norms. During the Burning Times, accusations often targeted those seen as straying from gender roles, empowered women, feminine men, the unmarried, LGBTQIA folks. Yet many continued passing down magical traditions in secret to survive. In Africa and the diaspora, rituals were led by female priestesses as well as gay men and trans women, who retained positions of spiritual leadership. Gods like Ocean and Obatala embrace fluidity. Among the Hijra of India and Two-Spirit of the Americas, many divination, blessing, and coming-of-age rituals are still conducted by transgender people today. Our magic persists into the 20th century. Queer communities claim their power by adopting the title witch during the rise of Wicca and goddess worship. We refuse to be shamed, instead reclaiming this identity as liberating. Today, more LGBTQIA witches are relearning our lineage and writing our own stories. Authors like Christian Day, Christopher Panksack, and Domingo Martinez Castilla teach on gay witch history. Witches like myself are sharing our paths online, helping our queer magic thrive. While there is still much lost history to uncover, know that queer witches have always been here. We've led rituals, offered our gifts, found resilience through magic and unity. Witchcraft created space for us when other systems could not. By proudly walking our witchy paths today, we honor those before us. So learn the old ways, share your truth, support fellow queer witches. Our craft is so much stronger as an empowered, visible community. We have always been the magic. I hope this offers perspective on the immense contributions of witches across the queer spectrum throughout time. Our stories refuse to be forgotten. Now it's our turn to shape the legacy, together. Thanks for asking this important question. Please let me know if you want to learn more. Happy to dig deeper on this topic with you. Oh! A bonus question that is often asked, is witchcraft a religion or a science? The answer is complicated. Witchcraft itself is actually neither religion nor science specifically. Rather, it's a practice, the practice of magic. This craft has taken many different forms in various spiritual, cultural, and scientific contexts over time. Let me break it down a bit. Firstly, witchcraft as the practice of spellcasting, herbalism, divination, spirit communication, etc. has historically appeared in both religious and secular settings. Cunning folk in Europe did these things without adhering to a named religion. Shamans communed with spirits outside of organized faith. Wicca, on the other hand, is a modern neo-pagan religion that incorporates witchcraft practices like moon rituals, herb magic, tarot, and so on. But you don't have to be Wiccan to be a witch. Wicca as a religion has its own belief system, lore, and initiation practices. The craft itself predates Wicca by ages. Now the science angle. In eras when magic was an accepted part of life, many cultures sought to systematize their understanding of witchcraft through astrology, alchemy, medicine, and proto-psychology. They studied the natural world and human mind looking for how magic worked. Today, some modern witches and occultists continue applying scientific analysis to mystical phenomena through parapsychology, neuroscience, quantum physics theories, and more. Always seeking to understand the mechanisms behind divination, spells, psychism, and such. As for my personal take, while fascinated by occult theories, I'm not overly concerned with figuring out if witchcraft aligns with science. For me as an eclectic witch, it's a spiritual practice I don't need to rationalize. I craft rituals that hold meaning for me, using nature's magic in harmony with my intentions and energy. That's enough. So in summary, witchcraft itself is neither a formalized religion nor science exactly. But it has interacted with both over millennia. As a practice-based craft, modern witchcraft can be religious, secular, scientific, or simply aligned with one's own personal spirituality. The choice is yours. I hope this helps explain the nuances. Let us know if you have any other questions. Before we wrap up, I want to briefly acknowledge some of you may have expected today's FAQ to cover sex magic, which we intentionally opted not to dive into here. As a proud sex-positive witch, I fully believe consenting adults should be free to explore sex magic if called to do so. Historically, many traditions have utilized these practices sacredly, and I respect that lineage. However, as public online creators, we have to be mindful of digital platforms' guidelines. Explaining intimate practices in detail could get our community in trouble, and we'd rather avoid that risk. Just know that for those who seek it, mentors and covens can provide guidance on sex magic when the time is right in your journey. As always, it should be approached consciously, ethically, and fully consensual. If this topic does call to you, we are happy to point you to some authors and traditions to research further offline. The history and techniques are out there for those drawn to that area of the craft. Just use discretion when and we're discussing it openly. I hope you understand our choice not to delve into intimate magic in videos at this time. Our aim is to create an inclusive space for witches of all paths here online and ensure the wisdom shared is done so responsibly. Well, my magical friends, we sure went on a journey today answering some of your most frequently asked questions about becoming a witch as a proud gay man. Thank you all for joining me today and engaging with these questions. Please let us know in the comments if you want us to expand on any topic in a future video. We also welcome you to keep asking questions in the Discord group, linked in the channel description. The inbox is always open. We are here to support you on this journey however we can. I know Brightwolf is continuously amazed by this community we are cultivating together. Your love and support makes these videos possible, so don't forget to like and subscribe. May we continue empowering each other and proudly reclaiming our place in the witchy world. With that, it's time for this witchy weirdo to call it a night, so as Brightwolf always says, live in love and light. Blessed be.